scripted videos are better because they are shorter and more informative, or at least they tend to be. So they are more efficient. They can transfer more information in a shorter period of time and also kind of structure that information better to make it more digestible. But if you think about it like that, you will quickly realize that AI knows best, because AI is all about efficiency and it's all about like maximizing viewer retention and whatnot, at least when it comes to videos, and just conveying in a certain information in the best, well, in the best form, a form that's easily understandable by everyone, like using words that best describe the thing it's talking about and stuff like that. But that's kind of meh. Because, I mean, who likes AI videos? No one. No one really, I think. And especially if you're watching this video or have watched my other videos, I mean, you're probably also in the same boat, like who uses or likes AI. It's not really a good, fun thing. Because, I mean, humans are inefficient. Like, inefficient in a technical sense. Well, it's a technical word, but like when it comes to technical aspects. So, if I talk, I am not, like, there's no perfect flow of words, like when an AI, quote-unquote, talks or generates speech or whatnot. I use M, just now, and stuff like that to fill in, like, gaps of my thinking, because I'm not reading off a script. Because I have not bothered writing a script. Because I think videos tend to be very mechanical, and that doesn't mean bad, but they tend to be, well, scripted. So, and I think this all leads to the point that everything that you do yourself is kind of worse in some sense, quote unquote. So self-written software is worse. I mean, of course it is, because it has less features, it has less correct error handling, it has a worse user interface and all that stuff. It's hacked together, and it has bugs probably, it's insecure and all that stuff. Like the best software, or best, quote unquote, is like a big industrial project. And big industrial doesn't mean Microsoft or stuff like that, and not even like Google. But of course the most efficient means to creating software is open source. So these big GitHub projects with like a quadrillion stars and contributors and whatnot, like for example the Linux kernel and stuff like that. So it's really huge projects where a lot of people are working on it, and it's like very popular. And if you write software yourself, your software is not that. So it's worse in that sense. But also self-cooked food is worse. Worse in the sense of it tastes not as quote-unquote good. And I will talk about good and or what these kind of terms, how you need to interpret them in a second. So if you go to, I don't know, some fast food chain and buy some fast food there, it will taste quote-unquote better. So it will have a more optimized taste. Of course, anime food is a strange example, but again, I'll talk about that in a second. And also, one's own drawings are worse. Like worse than, for example, the drawings of some master, I don't know, whatever, master drawer or master painter or whatnot. But also worse, of course, than just a photo you do with your phone. So worse in the sense of they don't. If you draw something, it's not as accurate. It's not as maybe true to life. But of course, I mean these things don't really. You don't think about like food in that kind of sense, like because food is not something like technical. Food is very relative and also very, well, human. I guess it's very near to the human experience, of course. But the same with drawing, and in some sense also with programming, because of course meaning is a thing, and I mean, and there are different aspects to this. But first of all, I want to talk about meaning, because when it comes to like food or also drawing, also even writing and stuff like that, like the meaning trumps all. So self-cooked, like if you cook some food with your friends or family, it will always taste, or it, not always, but it tends to taste a lot better than some fast food burger or whatnot. because of course you have a kind of connection to that. It's like a part of your life. And these like, well, I almost want to say like spiritual aspects tend to also show in the actual taste, like not the physical, like ingredients of the food, but like how it actually tastes, like your human experience of it. So that's one aspect, but also when it comes to like programming your own software, I mean, meaning is not really that, like, you don't really have an emotional connection to your software, maybe in some sense, but also there's the point of like it's yours, like you have written it, you have full knowledge of it, so that makes it also technically better. And with drawing, it's really the same thing. Like if you get, like, if a friend gives you a drawing that he has drawn for you, like that has like an infinite like there's just more meaning to that than a perfect, like, master painter picture, but with which you don't have any connection. Like you don't know the painter, you don't know like the context and stuff like that. And I mean videos, I mean this is about videos, about scripted videos. Videos are in a strange middle ground, I think, because they are between an industrial product and personal creativity. Because the context in which videos exist is, well, industrial. Because they are digital and technical. Well, not technical, but digital, and the digital realm can only exist within the context of industrial society. So they really are a product of this industrial system. But they are, of course, also something very personal, because you have to personally create them, but within the like context and with the constraints of this industrial context, if that makes sense. So again, they are in a strange middle ground, I think, and that's also the reason why, like, first of all, scripted videos are like most popular, and I mean this has to do with way more stuff than I want to mention here. So for example, with mass society and with how social media and digital technology like tends to like operate in general and all that stuff. Yeah, with dopamine control. So scripted videos are really about like controlling viewer attention. And that means controlling like dopamine output. So there always has to be something new. Like you can't like have a 10-second silence in any video really, but of course not in a scripted video, because scripted videos are, well, scripted and edited and highly like cut and optimized and stuff like that. So this is really what it comes down to, and this is kind of what I don't want to do. Like I don't really care, to be honest. Like if you watch or if you don't watch or whatever. If anything, I kind of want to put the content more in the focus. I mean, the content in a sense of what I say and what I try to communicate. And that is not, I think that's not, I don't think scripted videos are a good form for that. Let me just say that. Do I have more slides? No. Yeah, another thing I want to talk about is like scripted videos are kind of a strange thing, because I mean, if I want to write something, I'll write something and I'll publish it as writing. But a scripted video is just writing read out loud and maybe enhanced with visual stimuli and whatnot. So, and I don't think that's yeah, I don't know. It's just a kind of strange middle ground. And I mean, let me say, there's nothing wrong with scripted videos and like this kind of dopamine control, if I've called it. I mean, in some sense, of course, any kind of video is that. Like, a video is a highly stimulating kind of medium, as opposed to text, for example. Because, of course, as a viewer, you can be passive and you can just, well, watch. Like, watching is a passive activity, while reading is an active activity. An active activity, yeah. So, so yeah, what I want to say is, if you think like about like scripted videos being better, it's really about the technical aspects. And dopamine control is one of these technical aspects, because it's really not something about, it's not something I even want to say human, or it's not something, I mean, it is human, of course, but it's not like what makes us human. Because, I mean, animals have dopamine, I mean, they have brain chemistry and whatnot. But what sets us humans apart from animals is we can transcend that. So we can break out of this, like we can decide against our well, biology really, or even psychology. So we have that, well, we have free will, in some sense, to some degree, I guess. And so when it comes to like scripted videos being better, or fast food being better, or even like big software projects being better, or photographs being better, this better always, like, it relates to aspects which are not integral, or not, which are not the highest aspects of the human. So they always relate to like kind of dopamine stuff. I mean, not always dopamine, but this kind of technical aspects which don't really have to do with, well, the human spirit, you could say. All right, I think that's all I wanted to say. If you want to read something from me, so something that's not just a rambly video like this one, you can go to my website. I have like 1 or 2 articles there, written articles, scripted articles. I mean, I may just read them out loud in a video and publish that, so people can stop commenting about me doing unscripted videos. But I kind of like this format more, and I think it's kind of, it transports more. It may not transport information in the most efficient way, like AI does. I mean, if you wanted, just like watch some AI videos and kind of, I don't know. But it transmits more information about, like, well, yeah, about also the creator of the video and stuff like that, I think. Because that's, of course, part of it. At least in my opinion. Or in my experience. Alright, so yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say on this. And have a nice day.